Welcome back. It's been a little bit again. Last video at the very end I teased Niko. This is Niko. I meant to do a video of this actually earlier. He's almost 5 months old. When that video was done, he was 11 weeks old, so almost, what, three months old. So the day after that video, he started getting sick. And on the second day, I called the vet, brought him in, and this was now 4 days after we got him. So he actually ended up being parvo positive. So he had to go into the hospital. After the 4th day in the hospital, he still wasn't eating on his own, but they sent him home, let us try to do it. All I was able to give him to eat was boiled chicken. And then just after that, the month after, his diet was just all messed up. So had to be anything I tried. So I ended up finally transitioning him probably after like the 3rd week after the hospital to a good high quality dry food. So chicken was the only thing that wouldn't mess up with his stomach. Yeah, he made it through. Yeah, it was hard for that month after. I couldn't bring him outside at all. Couldn't even walk him in the neighborhood outside because he was contagious for a month. And now I've been trying to get the truck ready, which you've seen, actually for this weekend. Meeting some friends out here, waiting for them, so I figured I'd throw up the camera, record a little bit. But this is actually Niko's first trip. He gets very car sick, and I've been reading all the things to try for dogs getting car sick. Most of them grow out of it between 9 and 12 months, so he's got a little while. It probably won't be until spring of next year that he's kind of grows out of this whole car sick phase. He made it, how long was that? 117 miles without throwing up, and then once we hit some dirt, it just finished it off for him. That's why he's a little tired right now. So he's just been in the car for a few hours, and he did really good today. But yeah, so Niko he's 5 months old. Only because he's a little fluffier than the average Husky. So I did one of those DNA tests, dog DNA breed tests, just to see what he was, because I had a feeling he was some mix in there. Found out he has some Malamute and some Samoyed. I think I'm saying that right. Sorry if I'm not. So he has a little bit of that in him, which is why he has fluffy coat, but he's still primarily Husky. But he's bigger than most Huskies his age. Just going off all the charts and everything I see online. But now that he's all healthy, he's not contagious anymore. Trying to get him out now, but that was why some of the videos kind of were spaced from that last one, and now out of sync. I was going to do the rear suspension. All I was able to do is throw the rear shocks on because the U-bolts kind of rusted up on those. I didn't want to deal with it. I was trying to rush to get to this trip, knowing all my friends were coming out from other states. I had to prioritize my list, doing things like a water pump. And I put some skid plates and some sliders on that you'll see. When I do videos with installs and stuff like that, it doubles the time, and I didn't quite have time, so I already had to chop some of the stuff off my list that I wanted to get done for this trip. Those will, yeah, I'll try to get back on that. Now that my deadlines are all kind of done, I can just come and enjoy trips. I might actually leave some of that stuff off for winter time. Just kind of do it then when the camping trips slow down. Yeah, this will be his first trip, and we'll see how it goes.
Can be very therapeutic.
Found my friends.
Faster, they're gonna straight through, straight through. Right? That's a nice shot right there.
Definitely.
View? Find a flat spot for camp.
Negative cross, go to jail. They'll collect $200. It's 64 degrees and I see snow. August 17th at almost 3 in the afternoon mountain time, but there's snow in front of us. We must be in Colorado.
Up here at the Alpine Visitor Center, 11,820 feet. The group's making a bathroom break and then drive towards Granby and go find some of the trails up there. So I think there's a moderate trail. Not sure which one. There's a few down there. So we'll see when we get down there and kind of see what the general plan is with the group. North Supply Creek, that's where we're on, which is just like a loop trail. Ooh.
Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2.
Somebody's testing. Don't know who that is.
Test 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Test 1, 2, 3, 4.
North Supply Creek, one of the fun treks trails. So we're taking that outside Granby. Let's see where it takes us. Yeah, just aired down. Rained here, so it's a little bit muddy, but not too bad. So we'll see. So far the views are nice.
Sure was nice of them to water down this whole trail and keep the dust down, huh?
91 miles, and that's how long it took Niko to throw up. And it was in one of these rocky sections. So I don't blame him for throwing up. 5 o'clock now. We got still a bit of dirt to try to get to the next trail, which is Stillwater Pass. So we're going to try to. Others are coming. Try to get over there and find camp. Sun decided to come out as soon as we turned onto that Stillwater Pass. A lot of campers out here. Being that this is just a green trail, it's basically super fast. So, fun to drive on fast, but yeah, it means just easy to get to, so lots of campers. So because of the rain, we're hoping that people just didn't come out as far. So we'll kind of see from there, but for now it's just a fast forest road. So there are a ton of campers.
Oncoming ATV. Copy that, oncoming ATV.
Niko's sleeping in the back. He's learning that, yeah, when you sleep, it's a little easier on your stomach. So he's doing a lot better today though than yesterday, so I'm very happy about that. Yesterday he threw up 4 times total. But yeah, this time, right when I put him in the truck, he laid down and went to sleep. So I think he's learning just kind of how to behave a little bit with that, and you know, what to do to feel a little better. Well, it's the next morning. We kind of just pulled into a random camp off the side of the road. We were taking a Stillwater Pass, and we went to, what's this trail called? Did a trail, Little Gravel Mountain, which is kind of an offshoot of Stillwater Pass, and figured it was a blues, so maybe some less people, because there are a lot of people out. So we did find a camp. I didn't film anything there, but kind of off again this Sunday. This is the day I split away from the group. I'm going to do a trail or 2 with them, and then nice and bumpy. Niko appreciates it, I'm sure. Which, his update, he did pretty good. So he did throw up the one time, not surprised by the trail we were on. He actually did really good yesterday. So side shoot, look at this view. Oh, trees, 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 trees. View of the valley out there. So I didn't really introduce who I was on this trip with. Brett and Liz from our Overland Life, kind of meeting up with them. George and Michael and Dave, and then so that's who we were running with yesterday. And then Kristen came up, badass brunette. She came up late last night, so she's now with the group today. And we're kind of working our way south now from Granby area, west and then south. So it should be another good adventure today.
Let's trail first. Absolutely, totally down. Just opening up into one of those meadows again. I'm like, man, this is so Colorado. I love it.
Slightly narrow for full sizes, but that's why I got an 11-year-old truck. Gets scratched, I don't really care too much. Yeah, so that trail, definitely narrow for full sizes. And I actually think I hit my skids a couple times, and then I might have hit my sliders a couple times, so after I stop, I'll check them out and see. My only worry with my sliders is on the DeMello sliders I got, you have to drill some holes in the bottom of the frame to kind of support the weight of the truck. So it bolts in, like, has 4 bolts on the sides and then 4 underneath. So to get those holes underneath, you gotta drill 1/2-inch holes into it. Didn't have time to do that before this trip, so I'm trying to watch what I hit on my sliders just for that reason. But I mean, worst case, I just gotta bang it back down or something like that. We are back home, unpacked. Had a good time. We had to split off from the group just because it was still a few hours from home. And Niko did really good actually for his first camping trip. Had a little bit of car sick issues. Day 1 he threw up 4 times, but it took hours before he actually threw up, and then once I think he got car sick, he was just kind of done. Day 2, he only threw up once. Day 3, it was a smooth road, and he threw up earlier than normal. I did all the same thing, limited food, and then gave him Dramamine. But when he threw up, I noticed there's a lot of like other food in there, so I think he got a hold of somebody's leftovers. After all the parvo stuff, his diet was messed up for about a month, so his stomach is just super sensitive. But he had a good time in camp, played with the pups. So I think as long as you kind of give him something to reward at the end of it, so you know, playing with all the sticks in the dirt with all the other dogs, it was that rewarding thing that to him it made it worth it to do, because he knew at the end of the day he would play. And I usually gave him like a little treat once we pulled into camp, just kind of show him that he did good and stuff like that. I guess the car sick thing, a lot of dogs grow out of it between 9 and 12 months. He is actually just coming up on 5 months old, so he's got a ways to go. Everyone I talk to just says you kind of have to just let them go through it. They'll grow out of it. Driving them around is better than not driving them around, because then they never get accustomed to the movement and stuff like that. Best tip was from Liz. She recommended putting puppy pads down, and that was a lifesaver, because you didn't have to scrub everything each time. You just kind of lay them down, which he actually found more comfortable to lay on. But it made cleanup a lot easier. Just basically, it soaked right into it. It didn't spread all over the car. I could just kind of bundle it up and throw it away. Little puppies sleep like 20 hours a day. Yeah, trips to come, videos to come, pictures to come. If you don't already, follow my Instagram. That's where I probably post the most. And yeah, that's about it. So thank you for watching, and subscribe, check out the next one.
He's got paws, Charlie.
Yeah, mate. What are you doing?
I know she wants up. We're like, do we just